It really seemed like Ken Shamrock took the trash talk personally. Like that seemed like really personal.
That was personal for both of us. I think that was the only.
Even after the fight was over?
After the third fight was over, we got a little kosher towards each other. Then a few years later on, we met each other a couple times, and we're cool. We're good. You know, we hashed it out, and it was good. You know, I think about it, and I think that was the only trilogy that I did for UFC that was true. It was honest.
The Chuck one wasn't?
Nah, that was all fabrication of the UFC. And I, when you have two guys who were friends and stayed at the same home together, he stayed at my house, I stayed at his house. I mean, we were Team Punishment. I mean, there was a T-shirt of both of us, our hands crossed next to each other, saying Team Punishment on it. But when it came down to money, he sold himself out. And I want to say I get it, but I don't get it because you know, I try to make sure that any friends that are around me, I treat them like family. And it came to a point where he sold out, and instead of making 10 to 20 million, he got an extra million after he beat me the second time. And like I say, I'm not crying over spilt milk. It is what it is. It's behind me. My life's forward, and I'm fortunate to be where I am right now. And I'm just happy my kids are happy, and they come up to me every day and saying, "Dad, I love you, and I'm proud of you." So that makes all the difference in the world.
Still talk to Chuck at all?
Not much. I think the last time I had seen him in Vegas, and it was just more, "Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up?" and no more than that.
Yeah. What about Ken Shamrock?
Shamrock, I haven't talked to him, gosh, in 6 years, I think, about 6 years.
Who's your closest friend within fighting?
Rampage and Randy Couture.
Okay.
Yeah, me and Randy Couture are pretty close, so inside joke, he's my dad. So I was at an event in Nashville, Tennessee, and we do Waiting for Wishes, where we go and we serve the public. They buy a table, and we're trying to raise money and so forth for it. And we went out the night before, went to a bar, drinking and everything, and some, you know, pretty cute chick comes walking up to us, and he's all, "Is it okay if I take a picture with you and your dad?" I'm all, "Yes, you can." "Hey, Dad!" And he's like looking at me like, "What the hell are you talking about?" Dad, come here, come here. He's like, "What, Tito?" I'm all, "She says she wants to take her picture with me and my dad." He's like, "Oh, you fucker." So that was our inside joke. But, you know, another one is Rampage. Rampage is a close friend of mine. You know, I've known him now since 1998. And
Wow.
We go way back, and he's like a brother to me, man. He's a good dude, hardworking guy, got kids, family man also. We just did an event, of course, Freedom Fight Night, where we coached against each other, and we trash talks back and forth. And but he's a good dude. He has a good heart, and he's a really awesome guy also.
I think the one thing I'll never forget from the Ken Shamrock trilogy is Tito Ortiz is a punk.
Right?
I was like, it played right before Ken Shamrock came out.
Yeah, and then I remember not warming up, I was just like kind of shaking it out right before the fight, and I looked at my scene, and I was like, "Oh, this guy."
I think it repeated 3 times.
Like
Tito Ortiz is a punk.
Yeah, like 4 times, I think. But I think it got me on my toes. You know, the first time was the first time we fought, and at that point, it was like, I was intimidated by him. I was the champion, but still, I was intimidated by him because that was Ken Shamrock, the world's most dangerous man.
Yeah.
And then after when the first little, you know, exchange happened, I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna smash this guy," because, you know, he did have the big bulk on him, but, you know, that's superficial. I grabbed a hold and it was like squeezing a turnip. It was just like, I latched on him. I mean, I got wrestling strength.